There we go, and a pleasant good morning to you. Coming from Tony'sPicks.com, this is Ramon Scott, and welcome to Night Moves here for Thursday, January 29th. We've got a nice card of hockey action tonight. If hockey's your thing, tonight's your night. And the way we're going, we might as well pick some hockey winners here after a strong performance here last night in the NBA and NHL here on Night Moves. We'll also have a look at a handful of college basketball games for Thursday. They've got 7 or 8 of the best games lined up here to preview tonight. So thank you for joining me here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, the 50,000 subscriber juggernaut, as we preview the action here on Thursday. And first, we'll take a look here, let a few people stroll in here, and at least we have 2 or 3 different shows out there. We got the one show for everybody here to come on into and get ready to go here tonight. But first, I want to take a look at some of the great action there on Wednesday. We were able to come through pretty with flying colors, I'd say, here last night on Night Moves with some of our winners. Man, how about it? In the NBA there yesterday, a handful of winners here on Night Moves. We almost won them all, I think, here with the Lakers and Cavaliers. We had that game to go under last night with a little bit awkward there, right, with the Luka going out with that temporary, getting his ankle turned there a little bit, was stepping off. You know how awkward it is there in Cleveland, and really from that point, the Lakers were never headed. Even LeBron, you know what? LeBron kind of outplayed by Bronny there last night is what happened. I don't even know if that's the case. They just couldn't get it going last night. The Cavaliers rocked them here yesterday, but we did have the under here on Night Moves. We also had the Indiana Pacers over the Bulls last night. How about that one as well? We took the Pacers there, and they got the win outright as a short dog here yesterday on Night Moves. Hawks and Celtics game to go under was a winner here yesterday on Night Moves, 117 to 106. The Hawks were able to get that road win last night. We said go under in that one for a winner. We also had the Knicks and the Raptors game to go under yesterday. The Knicks clobbered the Raptors, and yes, it did stay well under there for a winner on the show. We also had a winner here on the show last night with the under in the over in the Warriors and the Jazz last night, 140 to 124. I almost say under because I think I went under in almost every game, but we didn't go under in that one. We went with the over, and it did go well over there. Warriors clobbered the Jazz there last night, and Spurs and Rockets game to go under. We had that one as well there, with the 111 to 99 win for the Spurs there yesterday. Wow, great performance there. 7-2 yesterday on Night Moves? We'll take that. I know one thing is we went 3-0 in the NHL. That was easy pickings. Come on, last night with our plays here on the show. We did have the Columbus Blue Jackets there over the Flyers, 5-3. Columbus got it done for sure there yesterday. And we also had the winner in the game there between Colorado and Ottawa, as we went with the over in that one, and it was 5-2 Ottawa. Man, what's wrong with Colorado here? Or maybe we just got a little hot streak with Ottawa there. And we had the Islanders over the Rangers yesterday, 5-2. The scores yesterday were 5-2, 5-3, and 5-2. Not the best games. We'll take 3-0 there. So man, 10-2 between the professional sports there yesterday. All right. Well, hopefully everybody's ready to tune in for some more winners here on Night Moves. So college basketball, some really good games though yesterday. I do want to talk a little bit about the college games there last night. We were able to pull off a few more wins there as well. We had a pretty big night. We did have the over in that game between Tennessee and Georgia, but there was some point spread hijinks in that one, wasn't there? In the 86-85 win in overtime, Georgia, instead of going for the three, they put 2 points in there. And it depends what the line was for everybody. I know it kind of was. Remember, we were on the show last night. I think it was 2.5 for Georgia. I think it actually went off a pick, or maybe it went off minus one or so in that game, but just turned out a little bit awkward at the end there for sure. Vols did out rebound Georgia and got the win there, 86-75. Auburn rocked Texas, 88-83. What is it with these comebacks in college basketball? One half goes one way, and second half goes the other. With that happened as well. Longhorns led by 13 early and led by 9 at halftime. Auburn won the game. 88-82, they've won 4 straight. Wisconsin over Minnesota there yesterday with the 67-63 win there for the Badgers. The Gophers led that game by 20 late in the first half, only to see Wisconsin come back and get the win there yesterday. Iowa over USC, 73-72. Now, the Hawkeyes led this, to be fair. Hawkeyes led that one by 17 with 9 minutes left in the game. Here comes Cam Woods and USC last night. He scored 33 points, 27 in the second half, but Iowa held off USC there, 73-72. Belmont over Valpo. Belmont led by 10 late in the first half. Valpo almost came back there yesterday. I mentioned this one. That was the premium winner we had there over at Tony's Picks. Couldn't come up with a winning day. We did have that winner yesterday with the over in that one. Belmont got the win, 78-77. Drake over Evansville, 82-78. Guess what? Evansville led by 19 with 13 minutes left in the game. Drake gets the win in Missouri Valley play, 82-78. Houston did beat TCU for a winner here on Night Moves last night. We had Houston. They did win it 79-70. They covered the 8 there on the show yesterday, and Flemings had 27 points in that one for another win there for Houston. So those were some of the best games. We did have some other winners here on Night Moves last night. I got to be honest, we had Cincinnati over Baylor. We had California and Florida State game to go under. We had Butler and St. John's to go under there. I think we almost swept them all here on Night Moves as well last night. So big wins there. Sam Houston over Missouri State. We had that as well. Did have a couple L's in there in the college game, but remember, we went kind of crazy there with our plays. I had San Diego State, of course. They rocked Colorado State there last night for another win. So, I'd say we got it done on the show yesterday. Hopefully we have a nice big audience here to check us out. Oh, by the way, we had Santa Clara as well there for a winner on Night Moves, and for good measure, UCLA and Oregon, another winner there as well. I think it was, I want to say 8-2 in college basketball. So 7-3, 3-0, 8-2, 18-5 with the plays here last night. Correct me if I've missed a few there on Night Moves last night. That's a lot of wins for sure. Join me over at Tony'sPicks.com with my. You think these picks are good? Join me over at Tony'sPicks.com for my premium picks. Absolutely, my best picks are every day over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all my premium pick packages over at Tony's Picks. But hey, you don't need those. Just stay right here on Night Moves. I'm going to bring you some winners here in just a moment. But if you want more picks from me, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages. Take a look at the handicapper leaderboard. See who's hot from Wednesday night. Ron Crawford right there. He's rocking at the top of the leaderboard. 5 winners there yesterday. Joey Tron, 3-0. DeAndre, if you're out 5-2, DeAndre, we haven't seen DeAndre on the show in a while. I've cut him some slack here. I've been so good with us over the football season. We'll let him catch his breath a little bit. But, we're keeping him up here, 2 in the morning when he joins us on the show. So let's take a look at DeAndre. We're still always going to highlight him because so good to us, bringing us the picks. 5-2 yesterday. I just got to see what he's on. Get DeAndre's Thursday best bet right there. I'll promote my guy DeAndre, but I want to see his winners here from yesterday. See what I need to learn from DeAndre here with his card. Let's see what he had. He had Army there over Lehigh yesterday. Also a winner with Texas over Auburn. We talked about the game there. He had also Indiana against the Bulls. Hey, we had him as well. Orlando in there for DeAndre and Nebraska Omaha there for his 5 winners. So great job to DeAndre yesterday. Always happy to feature DeAndre. Also, let's see who else. Bo Dunn, another winning day for Bo. So glad he's back, man. Bringing us some winners there. Rod had 5 winners there yesterday. Stephen Duncan, just 2. We gave him a day off. We gave him a little bit of relax there because we need him tonight, and he'll have plenty of winners tonight in the NHL with this massive. I think every team's in action here tonight in the NHL here, 15 games. So you think he had 2-0 there last night? Well, he'll be back in action here big time tonight. Got the VIP account there, 2-0. Nick Lagaretto's 3 winners. David Racy, 5 winners. Brian Bittler, 3 winners. And Solo in there as well. Last 7 days at Tony's. Bo Dunn's up there. There's Stephen Duncan. Vegas Al up there all as well. 18-12 over the last 7 days. Last 30 days, it's Stephen Duncan up 27 units, smashing those hockey props in there. So join the team over at Tony'sPicks.com for the best bets at Tony's Picks. All right. Thanks a lot to you guys for filing in here, and want to say hello to everyone in the chat as we get rolling here on Night Moves. 7 games in the NBA, 15 in the NHL, and like I said, I think I got 7 or 8 games in college basketball. It's mid-major Thursday, but we did find one or 2 big games, and then we'll take a look at some of the better matchups around the country on Thursday night. And hope I'll say it, be hard pressed to duplicate the winners last night, but we're going to try. Cal Dog is here today to join us on the show. Also, Timmy Two Shoes in here. Want to say hello to Mystical Movies here today. Mystical Movies, hello. How about it? Colorado and Iowa State. I don't know if I had that one on my. We may just squeeze that one in. Mystical Movies. Let me circle it on my card here. I'm going to make sure we do Colorado and Iowa State. I don't know why I didn't have that one in there. Why don't we have it? It's Iowa State. Probably because it's a 17-point spread, but I'm going to put it in the show right here for Mystical Moves. There, Cal Dog as well. LeBron there, LeBron's mom had the under props. It just Lakers ended up mailing it in there, and no doubt it was Cleveland to roll in that one. Timmy Two Shoes ready for the 15-game card here. Man, we might want to start the show. Want to say hello to Kansas Owens there. Almost a play on words there with almost a play on words there with Candace Owens. Okay, I know Kansas Owens might have got that before with the Enron logo. That is classic. Welcome to Kansas Owens here right now. Pray for Kansas. Yeah, you know what? Hey, coach has had a little bit of a rough season, a little bit with his health, but never count out the Jayhawks. Rock chalk, right? Andre not happy with LeBron there. Cal Dog talking about some of those winners there yesterday, huh? How about it? It was a good card last night in college ball. And let's see, Andre, not so sure. He's a little bit suspect of what's going on with uh, with that BYU game the other day as well. And Timmy, any winners with the UCL? No. No, I did not have a good day. I didn't have any premiums here, but my UCL was, you know, I'm coming on here talking a bunch of junk about some great winners, but I probably gave some of it back or we'll start off in a hole there with my UCL picks, my bets anyway, on the final day. There's always going to be goals on the final day of group play. I don't know why I got caught with a few unders. I did go with some overs, but on the final day, the results are goopy, and I should have realized. I mean, I should know that by now, especially with the new format, the format they currently use there. All right, they need to trade baby LeBron James. What are they going to trade him for, Giannis? Where will Giannis end up, you guys? Is it going to be in Golden State? It feels like Golden State's way out in front, right? Doesn't it? That's for sure. Hey, we're getting close here to match time at the U.S. Open here tonight. I mean, the Australian Open, the U.S. Open. We wish we were in September. We'd have some football. Australian Open women's semifinals coming up here in just a few minutes. Are you guys into that? With the great matches tonight, Arena Sabalenka and Elena Svitolina. They're both having a great season. We know Sabalenka's been rolling through the opponents here. I've even tried to go against her a few times on the game spread and just got beat. She's been so strong here, really. But if Svitolina has covered the game spread in 9 straight main draw matches at the Australian Open, someone's got to give a Sabalenka a battle sometime. I'm going to take Svitolina here as we start the show, and just about 10 minutes or so, probably be a few minutes after that, we'll have a little bit of pre-match, but I'm going to take Svitolina here, you guys. We're going to enjoy that match as we're on the show here. We're going to be here for at least 90 minutes or 2 hours with that NHL card. So I'm going to take Svitolina plus 4.5 games against Sabalenka. Believe me, I've gotten beat here a couple times with Sabalenka trying to go against her a little bit there, but I'll try Svitolina, who, you look at this matchup, and both players are so strong right now. Svitolina comes in here this season 10-0. Sabalenka's 10-0 as well. Svitolina is actually 7-3 on the game spread this season, while Sabalenka's 5-2-3 on the game spread. So I'm going to try Svitolina here plus 4.5 games, and then later on this morning it'll be Jessie Pegula going up against Elena Rybakina here. And look, I think kind of the same thing here. I'm going to be looking at the game spread. Pegula, she's covered her game spread in 11 straight Grand Slam matches. So I'm going to take Pegula playing great here at plus 3 games over Rybakina. Or later on, I think that one's shortly after the first one, of course, probably about 5 a.m. Eastern time is the scheduled start. No earlier than, I'm sure, in that one. So I'm going to take the 2 dogs on the game spread here and try to work it out. Like I said, you got 2 very strong trends here for sure. And it's been a great year also for Pegula, coming in 8-1 overall, 6-2-1 on the game spread. Meanwhile, for Rybakina, she is 7-1, but just 4-4 on the game spread. So enjoy the tennis here tonight as we rock with the Australian Open while we're on the show here. How about that? Some major sports action for sure. Mainly to deflect away from my poor record yesterday in the Champions League. I'll tell you that. All right, let's see who else is here. I wonder who. I wonder who DeAndre likes in the bowl. If he's in the chat, he can tell us here. Do I even know who I like in the bowl at this point? Like I said, I did cash futures with Patriots to win the AFC title. And right, I mean, without, oh yeah, of course we know who he's gonna be on. You're right, Mister Weskers. Right, he's gonna be all over Seattle. Come on, he's got the fluorescent green jersey there, and we know who he's on. Come on, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, let's see who else is in the chat. I think we're ready to go, man. A lot of great comments here. Carl Flagler. Hello to Carl Flagler in the chat. Thank you, Carl. Really good to have you in the chat as well. And soccer, yeah, man. Fernando, hello. He's in the chat, ready to go here. I think we should just go with the show. Andre's going with Sabalenka on the money line. Well, yeah, I mean, look, she is what, after all, minus 430 or so. So, look, I'm not one of those that comes on here. I believe that, you know, playing strong favorites. I mean, look, I know how professional bettors get it done. I'm not saying I'm on Sab. You heard what I'm on here, but I don't have a problem with if someone wants to lay $4 on the show here. It's just not a problem. I mean, that is something that people do. It's just the way it is. Okay, I think that's it from the chat. Let's get the show on the go, on the way, and go to the NBA. Feel like I've put some pressure on myself here with the performance yesterday. All right, let's see what we've got here with. All right, we're going to start off this NBA card on Thursday night with the Kings taking on the 76ers here for Thursday. You got the Sixers here, pretty big favorite in this one by 11, maybe even 11 and a half right now. Philadelphia 25-21. Coming in here off of a win last time out over Milwaukee a couple of nights ago, 139-122. They were laying 10.5 in that one. Philadelphia's in a role that they've been able to handle pretty well this year with a record of 16-10 as a favorite so far this season. Sacramento, meanwhile, we know how bad they've been, period, this year. They're also 8-15 against the spread on the road coming into this one. So not exactly the best role here for the Sacramento Kings coming in. Philadelphia has defeated the Kings in 7 straight games here in Philadelphia. 7 straight years, basically, they've won them. Kings come in on a 6-game losing streak here right now again, if you will. Also, they're just 1-5 in their last 6 meetings with the Philadelphia 76ers. These two teams did play their first meeting this season back on the 29th. And it was, oh no, I'm sorry. This is the first meeting of the season between these two teams here. They'll meet one other time. Sacramento's just 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. 7 of the last 8 meetings between the two teams have gone under, but Philadelphia has gone over in 8 of their last 11 games at home coming into this one. I've really been pushing on these unders pretty hard right now, but let's see what you got here. If you want to chime in, what we do here on the show is I do a little readout, if you will, of my favorite trends and plays, and then I feature the comments of the chat pros here and put your picks on the screen for all to see. So if you have an opinion here, you put it in the chat, and then I'll let everybody know who you're on, and then I'll make my play here on Thursday in this one between the Kings and the Sixers. I think we got most of the highlights there that I wanted to get in there with this one, but I want to hear from you in the chat, and then I'll make my call here possibly. Well, I mean, I have to. That's what I promise to do every day here on Night Moves. Okay, We do have some comments in the chat in this one, a little bit lopsided on the spread here, but like I said, Sixers have been okay as a favorite. The Kings, not so much. What can you say about this Kings team, man? Okay. It's tempting, it's tempting to take these Kings, says Mr. Weskers here. I know one thing I'll probably be doing is taking BJ Edgecombe to go over right now. I know it's one of the favorite moves of the chat. Andre here, Maxi to go over in his prop there. Hello to Old Gaffer joining us from England here, the UK. It's better to say the UK. I didn't know which. I think it is. I think it is England though. Let's see here. Kings in the points for Cal Dog. And Greg Gibson. The Gibson ratings here say a little bit of Philly there, I think, on the Gibson ratings. And maybe under there. Kings for Andre here. Oubre for his threes. And I'm sorry. Let me get the injuries here in this one. I'll read out the injury report. I'm supposed to be what you're, they tell me that's one of the first things you're supposed to do on this show. All right. Not only is Westbrook questionable here, Malik Monk also questionable for the Sixers. Embiid probable, George probable, Quentin Grimes is questionable here in this one. I would like to have Russell Westbrook in there, but I think I'm going to be on the Kings here in this one. I think at 11. Yeah, I know. I'm just, maybe the Sixers have a few edges here as far as their current run. They still despite being Milwaukee, they did lose to the Knicks and Charlotte before that. They haven't been perfect for sure against the spread, just 12-14 against the spread at home. Right. He does so much in the other areas. Greg says it might be a woodshed game, but I'm going to take the Kings here in this one. Yes, very poor record, ATS on the road here. They're also 16-28 as a dog, but 11 points here. I'm going to grab the Kings here in this one. It's actually 11.5 at most of the places right now. And the total here, by the way, is 228. Let me move that higher here. I think that was just a typo. I don't think it opened 225 at all. It opened 227.5. So sorry about that, fam. But 228. I just couldn't read my writing there. But it is up a little bit, maybe a point and a half. I'm seeing some 228.5s also. I'm going to take the Kings in this one on Thursday night. All right. And let's move on to the next one here. The Milwaukee Bucks are on the road taking on the Washington Wizards. Oh, man. NBA action here for Thursday. All right. For the Bucks, they made plenty of headlines, or Giannis made headlines here on Thursday. Getting closer here, maybe to a move. You got the injury combined with the trade deadline. Yes, is it a real injury? Is he just sitting out, ready to join his new team? What team will it be? The Golden State Warriors seem to move quickly to the top of the choices, if you will. Look, Joe Lacobe's got a lot of money, and he lost his other big name player in Butler. So maybe Lacobe brings Giannis to Golden State to try to give them some hope for the postseason. It feels like a nice match between them. There's obviously some other teams also that have been talked about. It just felt like yesterday that the Warriors seem to move to the forefront here. Look, right now, Giannis is out with a calf injury. I don't want to make light of it. I think he is hurt there, but now is his he wants to get on a winner here. It's just not going to work out anymore in Milwaukee here. They just don't have the resources, the wherewithal, the desire to try to put a team together here. So Giannis will look to move on before the end of the season, I guess, before the trade deadline. So Kevin Porter, he's been out here now for about a week with Milwaukee with no sign of him returning here with an oblique strain. Alex Sarr, questionable for Washington here. Also, Vucevic is out of this one. Bagley is out of this one as well. As the Bucks are favored here on the road at -2, maybe even 2.5 right now, and 224.5. Let's update that line there. I think 2.5 seems like the way to go. But real woes here for both teams. Washington actually did win here in their last game against Portland, 115-111 as a home dog there, and they're not great against the spread this year, 19-26 ATS, but they are 10-12 ATS at home. I only mention that because Milwaukee's actually 7-13 against the spread as a favorite, 11-13 ATS on the road. So these two teams did meet back on New Year's Eve. Washington won it 114-113 as a 10.5 point dog, and Washington also won on December 1st. Washington has beat someone twice this year, and that'd be the Milwaukee Bucks here right now. So maybe tonight's the night. Hey, Milwaukee here definitely slumping here without Giannis, 3-game losing streak right now, consecutive losses here to Philadelphia, Denver, and Oklahoma City. Didn't come close in a couple of those games to OKC and Philly. They beat Denver, remember, but they were favored. Imagine this Milwaukee team being favored in a game by 8.5 over Denver. They actually did lose the game 102-100. They're 2 games back. So let's see what you have here in this one. Milwaukee, take it on. Washington here, the clunker of the night for sure with the way things are going for these two teams. Milwaukee's lost 6 of their last 7. They've also gone just 1-6 ATS in those games. Washington, meanwhile, despite going 1-9 straight up in their last 10, they are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. Say what you will, they covered in losses to Charlotte, the Clippers, and Denver. They covered against Denver, and then they lost to Denver by 10. It was a home and home sandwich with the Clipper game in there. But Washington's gone under in 11 of their last 16. Milwaukee's gone under in 13 of their last 20 coming into this one, although 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone over, these semi-frequent opponents here. Look, this feels like Milwaukee's spot, actually, without Giannis in there. Let's see what you guys have in the chat. Maybe, like I said, the Wizards have beaten them twice, but these teams aren't great. Let's see what you guys got in the chat here, if anything, with this one. Mr. West says Wizards need to keep losing. You can't blow it here right now in the old tankathon if you're the Washington Wizards. I mean, come on. You're the worst record in the league right now. You don't want to fall behind New Orleans, I think, is the next best record, but Atlanta owns their pick, I think. I think Mr. Westquist is our expert on that. Let's see if they can help us out. All right, let's see here. Hello to Stop Geo. Thank you for joining us in the chat today. Stop Geo, everybody. All right. Andre says over, no defense here. And let's see. Rollins over in his points. Porter over in his threes. You know who we actually need is Tree Rollins. The Bucks can't be trusted right now. Wizards might have their number. Maybe here that could be the case for sure, right? I mean, hey, Washington has found somebody they can beat right now, and for this Wizards team. It's just a little bit awkward here, the way things are unraveling here with Giannis about to be dealt. He's been such an important part of this franchise right now, but it's going to be a big disappointment, really, right now. So, all right, I'm willing to do it with you guys. Let's take the Washington Wizards in this one over the Bucks here. Look, I agree with you. I think the spot does say to me anyway, Bucks, but I just can't do it. I feel like the Bucks are unraveling here right now, and if the Wizards are off of a win, maybe they can win this one. There, the injuries do bother me a little bit here. I think with that injury report, it does feel like that Washington has a couple of key pieces out. I'm not counting Giannis at this point. That's built into the spread. All right, and let's see here. Next up, Houston Rockets on the road taking on the Atlanta Hawks. NBA action here for Thursday with the Rockets on the road, favored over those Hawks by 3. And the total here, 225, maybe 226 here. It feels like it's going up a little bit. So show the sharp books actually a little bit higher than the square books in this one. Houston comes in here with a record of 28-17. They're in off of a loss right now, but they have won 2 of their last 3 games. Houston lost to San Antonio last night, of course, a 111-99 there in that one. And yeah, we did have that winner right on Night Moves here last night with the under. For the Hawks here, they're hot. The Hawks are hot. Hawks have won 4 in a row coming in right now and covered them all against Memphis, Phoenix, Indiana, and Boston. Atlanta's a terrific 17-10 against the spread as an underdog. Houston 18-23 against the spread as a favorite here. So Houston's definitely had a few unders here of late coming into this one. For Houston here, they've gone under in 7 of their last 8 games. Atlanta's gone under in 10 of its last 15. 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Houston's just 3-11 against the spread in their last 14 games overall, despite the fact they've won 5 of their last 7. Houston's just 1-4 against the spread the last 5 meetings against Atlanta. Atlanta's covered, as we said here, 4 straight games. Let's hear from you in the chat if you want, between Houston and Atlanta here tonight in Atlanta. Atlanta's the hot team all of a sudden. And maybe they're in a good spot here again tonight. I want to hear from you in the chat. As they're warming up here in the Australian Open, look who joins us in the chat right now. It's Joshua David Brown. Here we're getting ready for that big women's semifinal right now. And like I said, I'm on Spitalina here. I know, look, I've probably lost a few here to Arena Sabalenka, but I'm going to go with a hot player. They're both hot, obviously. But all right, thank you to Joshua David and Brown in the chat. Anything here from the Rockets and the Hawks in the chat? Let me see here. Greg says check out the injury report here. Did they say no? Young's not. Well, that was we were talking about the other game, and Young's not playing. If that's what you're saying there, Greg, talking about the Wizard back there with the Wizards. Young's not back. He's not back for quite a while here. Okay, let's see. Hawks. Maybe Tim says Hawks. McCollum's 3s there. The Gibson ratings here have it for Houston, but I think that's an Atlanta cover there and maybe a slight over. Mr. Wesker's been saying it all along. Houston's got issues. And let's see here. falling apart. Well, I just goes to show you because I'm on this home dog for sure, aren't you guys? Take the Hawks. Rockets didn't look good yesterday. Okay, Hawks are yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go with the Hawks, you guys. Hey, I've got all sides here tonight. I'm worried all of a sudden. No totals, and we had some sides yesterday too. Okay, I'm going to take the Hawks here plus the points against the Rockets here. Keep that win streak going, Hawks. All right, next up. All right, the Hornets are at the Mavericks here in this one. You got the Hornets coming in on a 4-game winning streak. It's so, you got to trust these Sharps, man. I mean, they were hitting Charlotte here for days, it feels like right now, and it's all paying off. 4 straight wins here right now. Although just 3-1 ATS. They did lose a game to the who was it? Against Washington. They were favored by 11.5. That, looking back on it, right? Who'd ever do that right now? Laying 11.5 with Charlotte, even against a Washington team here. But we're underway in that women's tennis match, by the way. For Charlotte here, they come in having won 4 straight, 5 of their last 6 right now. They're 14-6 against the spread, their last 20. Charlotte's covered 6 of the last 7 meetings against the Mavericks here. Look, they are favored on the road. Does seem a little bit awkward, but again, injuries here tells the tale with the Dallas Mavericks here. Cooper Flagg is questionable. Klay Thompson's questionable here, but more so, I think it's just more about the Hornets here and how well they're playing all of a sudden right now. Really a big turnaround here. Some people might find it hard to believe that now Flagg, it does feel like with the line up, favoring the Hornets here, like maybe Flagg is going to be continuing to be a little bit dinged up here in this one. Dallas has won and covered 4 of their last 6 games coming in. Charlotte's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games. Dallas has gone under in 9 of their last 13. And 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone under. So what do you think here with Charlotte and Dallas here tonight? These two teams are combined 39-56 to the under this season. Charlotte's 11-15 to the under on the road, and Dallas is 12-15 to the under at home. So, okay, let's go to the chat here right now and see what the chat pros have maybe in this one between Charlotte and Dallas here. And Charlotte, keep it going right now. This team is all of a sudden looking like a playoff team. They'd have to still keep it going. Look, they're still 20-28 right now, and Dallas is 19-28, virtually the same record. But the Charlotte Hornets are the one that, taking the action here, it feels like. Let's see what we got in the chat. Anything here from the chat? Hornets on the money line here. I agree with Mr. Weskers. I don't know if Flagg's going to play this one. I think the spread kind of is dictating it, right? Don't you think? With the line there. But again, this Charlotte team it feels like Charlotte is the team of the pros, side of the pros here right now. All right. Greg says the books finally caught up to Charlotte. Is that the right terminology? The books have caught up to Charlotte, or the books haven't caught up to Charlotte, right? Maybe the books have caught up to Charlotte, and Charlotte's the one that is all of a sudden good. I don't know if there's any other way I can put it right now, but it's almost like professionals were saying, hey, watch out for Charlotte, and then they started looking really good. Although Mr. Wesker says the Gibson ratings right there have Dallas there, I think, because that's a Dallas cover, maybe an under, but Mr. Wesker says Mavs at home could be appealing, and it's going to be a great match, right? No doubt here right now. Sabalenka has won the first game, and we're underway. there. All right. And think that's going to do it for that. I got to make my pick here in this one with Dallas and Charlotte. And look, I like what Charlotte's doing here right now, but kind of want to still take the home dog here with Dallas here. Dallas has lost two in a row. Coming into this one right now with losses to Minnesota and the Lakers. They were pretty hot before that. And yes, uh, I do want Cooper Flag obviously in there. I mean, I know that I'm kind of a guy that says, "Hey, you got to try to judge without there." But oh man, I'm gonna take Dallas here in this one. I'm gonna take Dallas plus the points. I hope Flag is in there, but not sure. Um, I don't want to. I'm not a denier in what we're seeing with the Charlotte Hornets right now. I mean, I'm reporting it here that four good performances in a row here right now for Charlotte, no doubt about it. But I'll try Dallas here as a dog at home against this team anyway. All right, Detroit Pistons here on the road, favored at Phoenix here right now. Who's out for Phoenix, you might say? Now, it feels like the injury report here is Booker is still out. I say it tongue in cheek. We know he's still out, but uh, also here, let's see, we've got Livers questionable, Jalen Green questionable, Gillespie questionable, Levert's questionable for Detroit, but it does hurt. Booker is such an important part of this team and what they're doing. And, well, the Pistons are pretty much, I don't know. You know what? It wouldn't be interesting to see the Pistons taking on the Thunder in the championship. Long way to go for any of that. Plenty of teams in the Eastern Conference that can give inexperienced Detroit a battle, but does feel good right now for the Pistons. Where's AOD? I saw him in Vegas Al's chat. He's my guy. He can't be in here to talk a little Pistons basketball. Wins here over Sacramento and Denver for Detroit in their last couple of games. Coming into this one, they've been pretty hot, obviously here right now. You can say that again. When you're talking about the Detroit Pistons here. They've won 6 of their last 7 games overall coming in. It's always been a problem for the Pistons when playing the Phoenix Suns here of late. But again, this Pistons team is at, a relative current high. We know they've been a great team in the past, but over the last several years, this has just been the growth, and this is where this team stands right now. But they still have lost 8 of the last 10 meetings here to Phoenix out of the pandemic, and just 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 against them. Phoenix has won 13 of their last 19. They've been terrific as well. They're coming in off of a win over Brooklyn. They did not cover, however, and they lost before that to Miami and Atlanta. So a little bit of hiccup for Phoenix here of late. They're just 1-4 actually against the spread in their last 5 games overall. Detroit's gone under in 10 of their last 12 games coming in, and Phoenix has gone under in 10 of their last 13, including 5 straight at home. These two teams are kind of hardcore unders right now. They're combined 37 and 54 to the under here, and Phoenix is 6-15 to the under at home. So see what you got here in this one, and we haven't had any totals yet, but man, this one's kind of sounding as if. But let's go to the chat all-stars here and see what you have to say in this one between the Pistons and the Suns here on Thursday night. If you got to play, let me know in the chat right now with. All right, let's see here. Mr. Weskers is a Charlotte. I think he's a Hornets denier there. Detroit are the favorites because the Suns struggled against Brooklyn, says Greg. Maybe so, there, but I don't know. It seems like the Suns have been Detroit's been a great story all season long. The Suns have been a quieter story in a way. And let's see, Timmy Choo may prefer the Suns here with the points. He'll take them right now. And Mr. Westro says of Pistons versus the Wolves. Pistons versus in the championship. That's what he mean. Only Bands Company. How you doing? Thank you for joining us in the chat there. Only Bands Company. And let's see here. Allen for his threes. The Gibson ratings here on Detroit. I think that's actually liking Phoenix in the end there, huh? Duran, double here for Duran, says Andre. Cade over in his assists. Got to check the injury report there. Well, like I said, yeah, I think we did give out those injuries there, didn't we? Yeah. Booker, that's the problem. And let's see, Only Bands is playing East soccer bets in there. Oh my gosh. And he also says if the Suns are home, he likes the points. Yeah, you know what? The Suns have been pretty interesting here. I'm going to take the under here, of course. I already rolled off a bunch of big-time trends here to the under, so I got to have a total in here if it's night moves with Ramon Scott. What would we do? We take all sides? Andre says, let me recap it here. I think I did a bad job there, actually, right? What did I say? Booker out, Livers questionable, Green questionable, Gillespie questionable, and Karis LeVert questionable. Oh no, we did it. Okay, we did the injury report twice. All right, and let's see here right now. Cal Dog on the Pistons. And could the Knicks be in trouble in the postseason? No Booker, no, and so Andre's going to take Detroit. Greg says Ramon had a good pick in the Avalanche. Okay. I'm going to take the under in that one. Brooklyn Nets, the Denver Nuggets here. Nuggets favored. So the Nuggets are favored. Come on. Well, I mean, the Nuggets were underdogs to Milwaukee, and now they're favorites again. Oh, no, I'm kidding you. The Nets are really struggling here once again. So they've covered a few, have the Nets here, despite this losing streak right now. But still, Brooklyn here's lost 6 in a row coming in with 3 covers in there. Actually, they're 3-6 ATS. Their last 9 against Denver. They've lost 5 of their last 6 overall. Of course, to the Nuggets. Nuggets has come in here 10-5 against spread. Their last 15. I think it's been the last 15 without Jokic in here right now. Has it been that many games? Seems like it's been at least almost that many. Denver's won 8 of 12. Maybe it's been that. Maybe it's been 12 games or so now that he's missed. But still, like I said, that's kind of been their storyline with me over the weeks here, that they've still done a good job without Jokic in the lineup. They continue to produce. Pistons are pretty good. I mean, the Nuggets are a pretty good cover team this season, 28-19 against the spread. Although on the road they are a little bit better than they are at home. Brooklyn here, 20-23 against the spread as an underdog, 10-12 against the spread on the road. 9 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams have gone over, but we're seeing a rash of unders right now, and this totals at 209. Denver's gone under in 4 of their last 5 coming in, although Brooklyn's gone over in 4 of their last 6 coming into this one. So see what you got here in this one with Brooklyn and Denver. I almost want to take the under, actually, in this matchup, despite the season series. Remember, these teams meet only twice a year, so even though 9 of the last 11 have gone over, that's basically all the games out of the pandemic year. So funny how I always refer to that. It seems like that was a turning point in history, doesn't it? All right, Sabalenka's already needs some help from the referee here. No, doesn't need help, but she has waved her off. Okay, let's see what you got here in this one. Brooklyn and Denver here with me on Thursday night. Jimmy Choo says, let's get to those 30 hockey games already. Here's Andre on the Nuggets here. Jimmy says, I'm going to take the under in this one. Greg here, or maybe meant the last one because I did. I do like the under in this one. I don't know. You're probably right, Jimmy. I think I like the under in this one actually. Maybe I'll take the side just to be one of those just to prove you wrong. But I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I'd still stick with my pick here if that's my pick. But let's see what the chat all stars have here a little bit. I might even consider the points, but Greg here says what he's got Denver there. Denver for sure, right on the total. So Sabalenka here still having some issues with something going on here right now. Hardaway 4 threes if he's coming off the bench. And let's see here. Brooklyn might only score 95 points. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Do we go over the injuries here real quick? Let me get these injuries out. For Denver here, Murray is probable. Brown out. Gordon out right now for Detroit. Or for Denver. For Detroit, Demon is out. Cam Thomas is out. Clowney is out of this one. And Martin is questionable. So we've got injuries all the way around here a little bit. In this one. All right, let's see. The chat pros. Knicks held Brooklyn to 75 there. All right, I will take the under here in this one at 209, believe it or not. I'm going to go under here with Brooklyn and Denver. Yep, I'm going to do it. You were right. You were right, Timmy. I went with the under here. Next up, the Thunder taking on the Timberwolves in our final game of the NBA card here on Thursday night. Got Thunder here favored on the road, -6, and the total 223 here. Preview of the NBA Finals, says Mr. Wesker. Maybe that's what he said. Minnesota here with 2 straight wins coming in here right now. Wins over Dallas last night, 118-105, or 2 nights. Last night, 118-105. Right? Yeah. Yeah, the game at Dallas there, and beat Golden State as well. Minnesota just 10-14 against the spread at home coming into this one. They're also 7-17 to the under at home are the Minnesota Timberwolves here. These two teams met back in December, and it was 112-107. Minnesota got the win at home as a 5.5-point dog. Oklahoma City actually won at home in November. 113-105 as a 10.5-point favorite. Minnesota got the money in that one as well. So maybe the Wolves at least good enough to get the money against these guys possibly. They're getting 6 points at home now. Obviously, with a line like that, as good as the Thunder have been here, you got to think Minnesota here could. They don't have injuries. I thought Ant was on the list here. Guard Jalen Williams is out. Cason Wallace is questionable. AJ Mitchell questionable. Caruso is questionable. Shannon is out for Minnesota. Are they really going to come in here and smoke these guys right now? I like Minnesota in this game, don't you guys? Minnesota maybe on the money line here, don't you think? Now, Minnesota has lost 5 of their last 7. They've actually been struggling here of late, but they have won 2 in a row to maybe clean that up. Minnesota's also covered the last 5 meetings against the Thunder at home. Thunder's won 8 of their last 11, but they're just 4-9 against the spread their last 13. I got to go with the Timberwolves. Is this the square side here, gang? Or do people still are they overlooking the Timberwolves? Mr. Western just told us they're going to beat out the Thunder here for the Western Conference. So let's see what we got here right now. All right. Craig said Ramon looks tired. Yeah, I'm too busy celebrating. Mr. Wesker's Wolves money line. Something could be off with the Wolves. Too many distractions here? Oh, no. Timberwolves and the points. Yeah, I think Edwards is in this game for sure, right? I'm pretty sure about that. Shea over 30 points here for Andre. Greg's up the Thunder by 5 here. Cal Dog's on the over and buy it down just a little bit to make sure. Minnesota traveling. They played yesterday, obviously, and the Thunder are rested. Yeah, Minnesota was on the road there at Dallas, so OKC may have beat them into town here. Okay, let's see here. Wolves money line in there. SGA over for OnlyBans. All right. And I'm gonna take the Timberwolves here. That's it for NBA. Thanks, you guys. Great job in the chat with the chat all-stars. We're gonna go to college basketball next. Then we'll get to that NBA card. And we've got to add a game in there. Don't forget. Hello to Fud in the chat. Fud's in the chat, everybody. Let's get moving here right now and get over to college basketball. We still got that 15-game NHL card, so we're going to have some fun with that one. All right, let's get rolling here. I got to make sure I program in the right game here, though, we got to get that Colorado-Iowa State game in here by request. But I do got some games that I've singled out here in this one. Let's start it off with go to the Colonial here with this one with William and Mary taking on Elon here right now with this one in the Colonial. You've got a near toss-up here right now. You got to take a look here. You got William and Mary 5-3 right now. Elon comes in 4-4. Wilmington leads the Colonial at 7-1. Charleston's in second place at 6-2. Coming into this one for Elon here, they have lost 2 straight coming in to Towson and Charleston. William and Mary, meanwhile, it's on a 3-game winning streak. Coming into this one, wins over North Carolina A&T, UNC Wilmington, and Hofstra. William and Mary has been a more profitable team here, I should say, of late. They are actually 8-3 against the spread as a favorite. Let me peek at the spread here, just make sure they're still a favorite right now. They are 1-point favorite, total 168 here. Elon is 7-3. ATS is a dog. I'm going to kind of overlook that actually with this one's rated so close. Elon actually is 2-7 against the spread at home, and William and Mary is 6-4 against the spread on the road. William and Mary comes in here 14-6 overall. And Elon is 12-9 coming into this one. Elon's gone over in 7 of 9 home games, but William and Mary is 4-7 to the under. Has a favorite, but again, I'm not sure if William and Mary will remain a favorite here. It could be a pick 'em tomorrow. William and Mary has won 12 of their last 16 and covered 11 of their last 15 overall. This has been a good series for William and Mary. They've actually won and covered 5 of the last 6 meetings. Elon just 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 and 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 overall. 14 of the last 20 games for Elon have gone over, but 11 of the last 12 meetings between these two teams have gone under, including the meetings last year. Both went under. At Elon here, it was 79-70. Elon won it as a 3.5-point dog, and they won at William and Mary 76-65, 78-65 as a 2.5-point favorite in that one. So see what you got here in this one between William and Mary and Elon here. College basketball action for Thursday, mid-major Thursday here, it feels like, for the most part tonight. And I want to hear from you in the chat if you want. Comment on this one between William and Mary and Elon. Okay, here we go with the chat pros. And it's going to be William and Mary for Andre. William and Mary for Cal Dog. The Gibson ratings have William and Mary here. Maybe a little bit of under. Mr. Wesker's William and Mary on the money line. Man, everyone's on William and Mary here. I better look. You guys are on it. I won't get in the way of the chat. I'm not gonna, I mean, that'd be boring if I just went with the chat. And well, it wouldn't be boring. It'd be a smart thing to do. You guys obviously like William and Mary. I'm gonna go ahead and take the under here. Like I said, 11 of the last 12 meetings between these two teams have gone under here in this one. So let me go under. All right, next up, the Liberty Flames are on the road, taking on Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. In this one, got Liberty is actually a 2-point favorite on the road here, coming in, taking on Middle Tennessee State here. And we'll take a look at this one. Get you guys ready in the chat. All right, here we go. For Liberty here, they come in with a 17-3 record. They're hot right now. They're scorching hot, actually. One of the hottest teams here going for Liberty at this point. They have consecutive wins here. They just are off win over Delaware, 67-51 last time out. They also beat Western Kentucky, UTEP, New Mexico State. Liberty comes in here with a like I said, not 17-3 record, but just 9-8 against the spread overall, actually, coming into this one. Meanwhile, Middle Tennessee comes in here 11-8, but just 2-8 against the spread at home for Middle Tennessee here currently. See what you guys have in this one here, maybe with Middle Tennessee getting a couple of points at home, but this Liberty team has been very hot here of late. They've won 10 straight games coming in here right now, including their last 5 on the road. They are 4-2 against the spread in their last 6. They didn't cover against UTEP nor against New Mexico State, but obviously this team is rolling here right now, 9-0. On top of the standings here in Conference USA. Jacksonville State is 6-3 behind them. Middle Tennessee is in third at 5-3. So, hey, if they could win this one, but I don't know. Liberty's got the best player in the conference in Zach Cleveland, and they're on such a roll here right now. Last season's Liberty won them both last season, including here at Middle, 86-81 as a 1.5-point dog. So let's see what you got here in this one. Middle Tennessee is 3-6 to the under as a dog. However, Liberty is 8-6 to the over as a favorite. I want to hear from you in the chat. Let me know what you have here. Middle Tennessee's won 5 straight at home, but they are just 1-5. ATS in their last 6 games overall. Liberty's gone under in 9 of their last 13. Middle's gone under in 9 of their last 12. Okay, let's see what the chat has in this one between Liberty and Middle Tennessee here on Thursday night. Go into the chat pros here right now. I think I know what I'm doing, but let's see what you guys have first in this one. Okay. Jimmy Chushu going to start us off, and he's on Liberty. Mr. Weskers is on Liberty on the money line. Andre's going to take Middle Tennessee plus the points and sprinkle a little on the money line as well. He's got the WTS factor here. Wrong team favored. Man, that's something. I mean, this Liberty team, 10 straight wins right now, 9-0 in conference play. But Andre really liking Middle Tennessee, says they're live in this one. The Gibson ratings here, maybe edges to Liberty, but definitely looking more like the under. And Jimmy Chushu's on the under here as well. Guys, I'm on the over in this game. I'm taking the over. I know that, like I said, these two teams solid unders here so far, but in this one with Middle playing pretty well, I'm actually taking the over here. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I know. I'm taking the over though. Okay, let me see here. I gotta manually type in the next game, but that's only because it's by request here. Got Colorado at Iowa State. I know it's a little lopsided, but we take requests here on Night Moves. There we go. Look at that. Didn't take long at all. We have great graphics man here. All right, Colorado here on the road, taking on Iowa State. Iowa State is 17-point favorite against the Buffs here, but that's okay. Iowa State's had an incredible season, but they have tasted defeat here recently with 2-game losing streak after winning the first 16 games of the season. But they have bounced back here with a couple of wins of late over UCF and Oklahoma State. They covered both of those games. They're 7-5 against the spread as a favorite. Colorado comes in here. They're mired in a losing streak. I know that. Let me see here. I've actually got to do some not research, but a little bit of work on the fly here with our matchup. Here we go. For Colorado, come in here right now, having covered just 3 of their last 10 games overall coming into this one. They are 4-4 against the spread as an underdog this season. So, look, this is actually probably at least a better role for them here in this matchup, but still, it doesn't feel like against Iowa State here, as well as Iowa State's playing. They've won 10 straight at home. Colorado's went just 1-4 in their last 5, and those 5 losses that I mentioned. They covered against Texas Tech, but the last 4 games have been really blown out of every one, including as a favorite over UCF at home last time out. Colorado's just 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 games against Iowa State. Colorado's gone under in 5 of their last 6. Iowa State's gone under in 6 of their last 7. Iowa State's 4-8 to the under as a favorite, and Colorado's 2-6 to the under as an underdog. All those 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone over. But let me hear from you guys in the chat in this one between Colorado and Iowa State by request here on Night Moves. So you better come through with some picks for me, just in case I get this one wrong, but let's see how you have it, and then I'll make my call here. All right, let's go with Mr. Weskers is on Iowa State there in the chat, and Andre is on the over. Mr. Wesker just says Colorado's just not very good. Timmy says, give me Iowa State in this one. He likes the games that we're previewing here tonight. Yeah, we didn't go right to the biggest game. Obviously, this one's a request, but Iowa State's a smash spot for Andre here. And Timmy says they're going to come back here a little bit. They tasted defeat. Maybe the schedule's in their favor a little bit right now. Colorado, though, for Cal Dog. And the Gibson ratings here, maybe on Iowa State, but more so the under. The Gibson ratings are favoring the under for sure. And Timmy Tissue says Audie Crooks is going to come in here and dominate the inside, dominate here, be the first player to ever play on back-to-back games for both the women's team and the men's team. What an awesome moment here for Audie Crooks. Yesterday, she did have an incredible game. What was their? Did she have a 33 points, 12 rebounds there yesterday, and I thought she had a milestone achievement or something like that. What was it last night? She had a big time achievement there. What was it? I want to get this right. Oh, okay. Fourth player in Iowa State history to score 2,000 points, but more so, she did it in just 89 games for a Big 12 conference record. Fewest games played to reach 12,000 points. So I know we're previewing the men's game here, but let's salute Audie Crooks. Yeah, she can't move to play any defense or anything like that, but who cares? She's great. She's terrific. She's great. Great interview. I saw her on Pizza Review Time as well recently, or a few months ago. But she beats out Courtney Paris's 94 games to reach 2,000 points in the Big 12. So, okay. She is awesome. We know her limitations, and who cares? We love her. We love her. Oh, hey, maybe I better make my pick here in this one between Colorado and Iowa State. I'm taking this one. I will take the under, guys. Give me the under with this one. Next up, got Utah Valley taking on Tarleton State. Right, this is how we're doing it tonight on Night Moves. Take a look at some of the intriguing games here a little bit. Utah Valley coming in here on a 2-game losing streak. They are 15-6 overall right now. Tarleton's on a 4-game losing streak at 11-9. But I think we got a pretty good matchup here for sure in this one tonight. So let's see what you have going here in this one with Utah Valley taking on Tarleton. Tarleton still is 10-6 against the spread overall, 4-2 against the spread at home. Meanwhile, Utah Valley does come in here right now with a record of 3-6 ATS on the road coming in for Tarleton here. They are just 2-5 in conference play, but more importantly, Utah Valley here 5-3 in conference play, a half a game back of Arlington, and also tied with maybe I am tired. Cal Baptist here in this one. Tarleton with consecutive losses to Abilene Christian, Southern Utah, Utah Tech, and Arlington. It's almost like the whole conference, basically, here. So still Utah Valley a favorite on the road here, despite a 2-6 record on the road so far. Tarleton 8-2 at home coming in. So what gives here a little? Maybe what gives here a little bit? Both these teams are over teams for the most part, combined 21-13 to the over so far this season. Utah Valley 10-6 to the over as a favorite for Tarleton here. 4-2 to the over at home. Utah Valley's gone over in 6 of their last 7. Tarleton's gone over in 4 of their last 6. Tarleton has gone 13-2 against the spread in their last 15 games at home. That does date back to last season, but that is pretty impressive. Utah Valley has covered 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams. Utah Valley just 2-6 ATS in their last 6 games overall. So these two teams are trending over here for sure of late. Let me hear from you in the chat. We're in the Western Athletic Conference here in this one with Utah Valley and Tarleton here on Thursday. Okay, let's go to the chat. Pros. All right. This is going to be Tarleton. I think that's Tarleton University. I think that's Utah. Yeah, I think that's Utah. This one's kind of weird, right? But yeah, Utah is the one that makes sense there. Utah against the spread for Mr. Wesker. Utah Valley here for Cal Dog. Tarleton maybe though here for Timmy Two Shoes. Andre says Utah Valley is the team for him. The Gibson rating says Utah Valley to win, but I think Tarleton on the cover there and maybe a little bit of an under. And Cal Dog says Utah Valley won the last one here. It was back on New Year's Day that these two teams did play, and it was 91-85 in favor of Utah Valley. They were favored by 5.5 in that one. They did get the money, winning by 6. Close game for sure. And like I said, Tarleton, though, on a bit of a give me the over in this one. Who am I kidding? We got to go over with Utah Valley. I haven't taken a side yet. 4 totals so far for me. Utah Valley has won 4 straight meetings between the two teams. All right. And I apologize for just saying Tarleton there on the graphic. Should have, maybe the graphics man was in a hurry today. I don't know. Let's at least put the right name up there. There we go. Utah Valley and Tarleton State. Okay. All right, now I got burned last time. I tried to talk up a game there with the Florida Atlantic, saying, "Man, I love how this team's looking. They're a young team. They're looking really good here." And that Florida Atlantic would come through with flying colors in that last game. Man, Sabalenka really blitzed the first set there. Spinolina 6-2. Wow. Okay, and then they end up losing. They were on a winning streak, and they end up losing that last game to USF there, 89-75 on the road. I thought Florida Atlantic would go in there and have a stronger performance than that. Memphis comes in here with back-to-back losses against Tulsa and Wichita coming into this one. So, Florida Atlantic, I really like this team. I think they're going to continue to improve. Obviously, they're so young, so good. They're going to be a team to reckon with. It just so happens the day I kind of highlighted them and wanted to pick them there, they did lose. But I do think this team is headed for some strong performances here. They still have gone 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games. They've covered 9 of their last 12 overall, including 4 of their last 6 on the road here right now. Memphis is just 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games here. Still a good record, ATS, 7-3 against the spread at home right now for Memphis. So they've been able to get it done here. 5-4 against the spread as a favorite. Give them some credit there as well. 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Memphis has been dynamite, winning games at home. Just a 3-point favorite here, so it should be noted they are 8-2 straight up at home. They had previously basically won 18 of their last 20 at home. It should be noted. Right now, Memphis been strong, even with a few hiccups along the way, but not, like I said, they just, they lost these last two. They failed to cover against Temple. They did blast UTSA right now. And looking at the standings here currently, I think we mentioned it here with Florida Atlantic tied for first right now with Charlotte, Tulsa, and South Florida. 4 teams atop the American at 6-2. Memphis, meanwhile, comes in 4-3 right now. So important game, man. What a jumble here at the top of the standings in the American right now. All right, I want to hear from the chat. Let me go to the chat all-stars here in this one and see what you got. This good matchup here on Thursday night in the American right now. So here we go, chat pros. FAU for Cal Dog. FAU for Andre plus the points. Memphis doesn't make their free throws. And Andre says that Memphis not that good this year. That sounds. I don't want to doubt him too much. Greg here's got it 77-75. I think that's Florida Atlantic and the over there. Maybe I think that's what the Gibson ratings have in this one. FAU to win this time, says Cal Dog. And Greg says maybe sprinkle a little Florida Atlantic on the money line in the matchup here. All right. All right, this should be a good one here for sure, I think, with these two tonight. But for me, I can only go one way here in this one. I'm taking Memphis. They can't afford losses. I'm taking them. Still on Florida Atlantic long term. I feel bad that I talked them up so much and they lost that game. And I am going to take Memphis here. Lay 3 points at home. Hey, welcome. Hello and welcome to Chima HD. I think this is Go Blue, Michigan Go Blue, I would think here. I don't think it's Go Blue like Memphis anything or maybe even Florida Atlantic. But hello to Chima in the chat. All right. Hey, we got to go to one major game here, at least on mid-major Thursday here, right? Come on here with the matchup here between Washington and Illinois. Action here for Thursday. Do have a little bit one-sided here with Illinois favored by 13 and the total here at 153. Make sure that is the current line with this big spread here right now. 13-153 in this one with the Illini favored here at home against the Huskies on Thursday night in the Big Ten. Looking here currently, Illinois, this offense has just been so strong right now. It feels like the top offensive team here in the country, the way things are going. They're 8-1 in conference play. Michigan's 9-1. Michigan State is 9-1. Nebraska is 9-1. Can you believe this? A Big Ten conference this year? Yeah, there's some bad teams near the bottom, but the balance of power at the top here right now, and this Illinois team, which comes in here so hot right now, on a winning streak here. Currently, they almost seem unstoppable offensively the way things are going. Illinois has won 9 in a row. They've won 12 of their last 13 games at home, 10-1 this season. they've covered 5 of their last 6 overall. Washington 2-5 straight up in their last 7, but 5-1 ATS in their last 6. Basically, covering in losses to Nebraska and Michigan. They did beat Oregon last time out. So look, they're getting the money here in some spots for sure. They are 12-8 against the spread, 5-3 against the spread as a dog. Illinois, meanwhile, coming in 13-7 against the spread, but 9-5 against the spread as a favorite. These two teams are combined 16-24 to the under, but in this role, Illinois usually is a little bit. They're not when they are favored here. They usually tend to. They're 7-7 over under, but more so they go under when they're a dog. And same for Washington. They go under when they're a favorite, but when they're a dog, they are at least 4-4. 4 overs, 4 unders. Washington has lost 8 of their last 10 on the road. They've gone under in 5 straight, but Illinois has gone over in 4 of their last 5. So, okay, we got to look at some Big Ten, especially with what's going on here with Illinois right now. So let's see what you have here in this one. If you want to take a crack at this one with the Huskies and the Illini here on Thursday night on Night Moves. Man, we still got to get to the hockey. I got a couple more games I'm going to preview. Here we go. All right. And Andre is going to start it off here with Washington. AOD's in the chat. Hello to AOD. We were just talking. I called you out. I said, we need AOD to talk about these Pistons right now. Okay. Timmy Chushu liking the under, I think, in this one. The Gibson ratings here are on Illinois. I think the Gibson ratings are on Illinois here. And also here, let me see. Any more? Cal Dog says doesn't trust the points. And I think that might be it for the chat pros here on this one. Okay. Good job to the chat here with this one. I'm taking the Illini to rock here, actually. They're just on fire. I got them to crush here, gang. Give me Illinois in this one to rock at home. All right, a couple more I want to take a look at here. Want to do the job here with taking a look at the conference play here. Let's go out to my old hometown, San Diego here. UC San Diego at home taking on Santa Barbara. San Diego here, a 4.5-point favorite in this one. Taking a look currently at the Big West Conference standings. UC San Diego 5-4 here currently. Santa Barbara 6-3 ahead of UC San Diego right now. Coming into this one, total 143. UCSD comes in here off of a loss. They are 19-6 overall. They lost to Irvine last time out, 61-59 at home as a 2.5-point favorite. UCSD is 11-7 against the spread this season. Santa Barbara has not been that great against the spread. They're 13-7 coming in, but just 6-12 ATS and 0-9 against the spread on the road. Whoa! Santa Barbara 0-9 ATS on the road, including the last game. They won at Long Beach 74-71, but they did not cover as a 4.5-point favorite. They were favored, though, in that one. That maybe is something to wonder about. Also, failed on the road at Bakersfield 75-69 a couple of weeks ago as a 7-point favorite. So not the best role here for Santa Barbara. 0-9 ATS on the road so far. Far away from the Thunder, not far away, but leave the Thunderdome, and then it becomes a problem, it feels like right now for Santa Barbara. So see what you got here in this one. Is it too easy here? I'll go look at the chat pros first in case everybody takes I don't know what they're going to take. The Gibson ratings here says takes UC San Diego there. And Cal Dog says, I'll do it. I'll take Santa Barbara plus the points, despite that 0-9 spread record on the road. Mr. Westers, though, likes UCSD in this one. And Andre also on Santa Barbara here, despite that 0-9 spread record on the road. These two teams have not yet met this season. UCSD won the meeting last year, 69-51, is an 11.5 point favorite in that one at home. All right, I think that's going to do it for the chat pros here in this one. And for me, I'm just going to have to take UC San Diego here to keep it rolling right now with the win and cover here. I probably, I might have a premium on the total, so we'll see. One more tonight in college basketball, then we're going to get to the hockey card. It's Hawaii at UC Irvine. Okay, Hawaii at UC Irvine here in this one with the Anteaters favored here by 1.5 tonight. The last game on the board, 11 Eastern and 8 Pacific. Hawaii comes in having a great season, 15-4, winners of 2 straight here over Santa Barbara and Northridge, although those games were at home. Still, Hawaii 3-2 against the spread on the true road. UC Irvine just 3-6 against the spread at home. Coming into this one, Irvine comes in here right now with a record of 11-3 in their last 14 games, 6-3 against the spread in their last 9. Hawaii's 1-4 straight up and 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games against the Eaters. Hawaii is 11-2 though in their last 13. Hawaii's gone under in 9 of their last 11 games. Coming in, they're 4-13 to the under overall. Meanwhile, UC Irvine 5-10 to the under as a favorite. They've gone under in 5 of their last 6. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under. So, yeah, you know what I'm thinking here. These two teams did play their first meeting already this season. It was 67-66. Hawaii got the win at home in that one. So let's hear from the chat pros and see what you have tonight in the final game between Hawaii and UC Irvine on this Thursday night card here. And let's see what we got in the chat. Here is Mr. Weskers is on UC Irvine. And Cal Dog is on UC Irvine. The Gibson ratings here just have it for Hawaii. Ooh, the Gibson ratings has it for Hawaii here. Okay, now we're talking. How about that? Wow. All right. I'm going to take you UC Irvine here in this one to win and cover at home against Hawaii right now. Yeah, there's some things working against Irvine here, but look, they've won 2 in a row. We know Hawaii, even though they're on a good run here, they are on the mainland. And UCI with consecutive wins and covers against Riverside and UCSD. I'll take Irvine in this one. Hey, Andrew K's in the chat in there. Hi, Andrew. Andre's on Irvine. Timmy Chushus is on Irvine. Fade the rainbows a little bit. And Cal Dog says Hawaii lost to Santa Barbara as well. Did they lose the game to Santa Barbara? What was the score? I don't have. Oh yeah. 77-62. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Cal Dog. That's it for college basketball tonight. Thank you. Great job in the chat. There were a lot of others. There were some other interesting games, but We got so many hockey games we got to talk about here, man. We got so many hockey games. We're never going to finish. It's going to be 2:30 in the morning here by the time we get done with this card. Let's get to it. Let's get to the hockey here. Started off with the Blackhawks on the road, taking on the Pens here. NHL action for Thursday night. You got the Penguins here, favored by $1.75 or so, and the total here is 6. I thought it was actually 6. Yeah, 6 over. I think 6 over 15, 6 over 20 is pretty fair here right now in this matchup. So let's take a look at it here. Pittsburgh comes in here pretty hot right now. 4-game winning streak coming in for the Pens. Wins over Seattle, Calgary, Edmonton, and Vancouver. Chicago losers of 3 straight to Tampa Bay, Florida, and Minnesota coming in here to this one. So Penguins, your pretty big favorite. You've got Skinner in there going up likely against Soderblom for the Blackhawks. So they'll be on their number 2 goaltender at least here in this one. Chicago comes in here 10-10 on the road this season. Pretty good, as you know, considering that Chicago hasn't been great this season, but they've managed some wins here on the road. They are 4-1 straight up in their last 6 on the road, despite going 2-6 straight up in their last 8. They lose at home. Pittsburgh's 5-1 though in their last 6 games coming in, having looked pretty good here, like I said, of late with that 4-game winning streak. Pittsburgh and Chicago have gone under in 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two. Pittsburgh has actually lost 7 of the last 10 meetings to Chicago at home. Here they just meet twice a year right now. Chicago's won 14 of the last 20 matchups overall between these two teams. So, all right, we're underway here with the NHL, and I want to hear from you, the chat pros, and then I'll make my pick here in this one between Chicago and Pittsburgh. I already know what I'm doing. I'm taking Chicago in this one at plus money. Give me the Blackhawks tonight over Pittsburgh in this one. Yeah, Pittsburgh did win the meeting back in December 7-3 in Chicago, but I'm going to take the Blackhawks here in this one, a little bit of plus money. All right. Penguins here for Cal Dog. Penguins here for Timmy Two Shoes. Gibson ratings likes the Penguins. Andre, those with Blackhawks on the puck line. And I'm with Andre, but I'm going to take him on the money line, I think, here to win this one at Pittsburgh tonight. Give me the Blackhawks in this one. The Jets are on the road taking on the Lightning here. Lightning continuing to roll. They bounced back from a loss that ended their winning streak, but they did win last time out over Utah 2-0. Tampa Bay is 8-1-1 in their last 10 overall, 33-14-4 this season. Winnipeg comes in here 4-15 as an underdog right now. This is not a great spot for the Winnipeg Jets. This is where they've had some problems as a dog here. And, oh, man, look at this. Is this line? It's not $1.55, is it? It's much higher. It's much higher than this. I think that was just a typo, actually. Sorry about that, gang. I think it's supposed to be $1.95. Right now, it probably is $2 or so. I'll just call it $2, but I think I'm probably going to have to be on the Lightning here in this one over the Jets. Total is 6 under 20 for the most part. Let me cover a few trends anyway. Get your mind on things here in case you want to go a different direction. But Tampa Bay's won 6 straight at home, 15 of their last 17 overall. Winnipeg's dropped 10 of 12 on the road. Winnipeg has defeated Tampa Bay in 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two. That's got some merit. Winnipeg's dropped 14 of their last 20 overall. Winnipeg has gone over in 10 of their last 14 games coming in. They are 14-5 to the over as a dog right now, but I'm taking Tampa Bay on the puck line. Let's see what you got here. I'm not messing around too much here with this Tampa Bay team in this particular setting. I'm not worried about the series history of this current matchup. Tampa Bay is -1.5 at +125. I like that even better. Give me Tampa Bay on the puck line in this one. Chat Pros, what do they say here? They have the Gibson ratings like Tampa Bay here. I think Cal Dog might be on the under. Is it this game or the last game? And Cal Dog says Tampa Bay is -200. Yeah, I'm going to take him here. Andre's on Tampa Bay as well. All right, the Kings are on the road taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Oh, man. Hey, the Kings are hot. They've won 3 in a row. Watch out. Now, Buffalo's won 4 in a row once again. They're the talk of the league, I think. Or are we just gotten bored with Buffalo? They're so good here right now. So Buffalo comes in, winners of 4 straight over Nashville, Montreal, the Islanders, Toronto. They've been so good this season right now with this. Almost forget about the first part of the season so far. Buffalo's won 16 of their last 20 overall. They've also beaten the Kings in 8 of the last 12 meetings between the two teams. Buffalo's gone also 16-20 at home against the Kings. That is a 20-year sample size. Buffalo's gone over in 6 straight at home. 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Buffalo's gone over in 9 of their last 12. Kings have gone under in 5 of their last 7 games coming in. So interesting game because the Kings have won a few in a row. When they send the Kings out there on the road and they start to look good for some reason. All right. And Buffalo here, as good as they've been, man, I might. Let me see. Let me go to the chat pros here real quick because I think I'm on the Kings. And look, we've been on Buffalo all season. Here's Cooch for a couple of points for Timmy. Cal Dogs on the Sabres here. Gibson ratings here on Buffalo. Andre's on the Kings. Greg says you can't fade Buffalo here. Timmy says Sabres money line and Dolan for a point. I am going to fade Buffalo here. I'm not fading Buffalo ever, but I'm taking the Kings here to win on the road. Kings do their best work away from home. They are 14-6 here at home so far. Buffalo, they are 16-6 at home, 14-8 is a favorite. I'm taking the Kings in this one. Next up, the Mammoth are on the road taking on the Hurricanes. NHL action here for Thursday. You got the Hurricanes here with Brandon Bussey at home. They're $1.85 or so. This Carolina team pretty much on fire here of late. They are now up to 32-15-5. Utah's done a great job this year, 28-21-4. They've been playing well also. Carolina comes in here off of a win over Ottawa, 4-1. They've had several days off here, actually. Before that, they lost to Chicago, but they were in their winning ways here. They are 18-8 at home, 31-18 as a favorite. Utah, meanwhile, comes in off of a win at Florida last time out, and they've been playing darn well as well. Here coming up, we got a little extra parentheses there on Vedmilka. There we go. For Utah here, they've won 6 of their last 7. Carolina's won 5 of their last 6 at home. And Carolina's also won 9 of the last 11 meetings between the two teams and 6 of the last 7 here at home against Utah. Utah's gone under in 6 of their last 9 on the road. Carolina's gone under in 4 of their last 6 games overall, but Carolina is 18-10 to the over at home, and Utah's gone over in 4 of their last 5. So see what you got here with Utah and Carolina. Carolina's a Stanley Cup contender. Utah's not necessarily that, but like I said, Utah in a pretty good run here, it feels like right now, and may be able to get this one to go their way. But let's see what you got, chat all-stars here, chat pros here in this one between the Mammoth and the Hurricanes here on Thursday night. And we've got some picks here from you guys. We got Cal Dogs on Mammoth on the puck line. Timmy Two Shoes has Jarvis for a point. Take the Canes, he says here. Also here, let me see here. Greg says tough game, 4-3 Mammoth. Utah puck line here. Sprinkle the money line, says Andre. There's Jermaine in the chat. Good morning to Jermaine. Greg says he has a feeling it's going to be the Mammoth here. Yeah, I like the Mammoth, I think, but man, that line here, $1.85 for Carolina. Mammoth is on the puck line there, $1.65 plus 1.5. Man, this one's got me a little bit perplexed here. Hold on a second, gang. I'm a little technical issue there. Right. Utah here for Andre. Thank you to Jermaine for his action there in the chat. All right. Look, man, $1.85 here with this one. Utah playing so well, but still $1.65 on that puck line there. Let me see. Anything else from the chat pros? Hurricanes are killers. So many good players. Belmica has his work cut out for him. All right. I guess I'm about to make my call here. These two teams have not yet met so far this season. All right, I'm going to take the Mammoth here on the puck line. Give me the Mammoth in this one. Minus $1.65. Oh man, what a tough line game for me there. Oh, that one was tough. That one was painful. Okay, here we go. Predators and Devils here. Predators on the road here. They are an underdog. Devils $1.35 in this one at home. And the total here is 6. Actually, it's 6. Yeah, 6. Yeah, maybe 6 flat. Maybe 6 flat here in this one right now with the Devils favored at little bit of a favorite at home. Nashville comes in here 24-23-5, loses of 2 straight. New Jersey's also lost 2 in a row. They're 27-24-5. New Jersey with consecutive losses here to Winnipeg and Seattle. Nashville lost to Utah and Boston. Maybe Nashville playing just look. Like I said, I've been on this Nashville team so much of this season here, especially of late. I almost can't get off this team a little bit, really. But I think for me here, I'll probably look to the total. You do have a New Jersey team here, 9-15 to the under at home coming into this one for the Devils here. They've lost 8 of the last 9 meetings to Nashville overall at home and 9 of the last 12 overall. So Nashville's kind of have their number. Nashville, though, has lost 4 of their last 5. New Jersey's gone under in 13 of their last 20 and also under in 4 of their last 5 games here. I'm going with the under in this one with Nashville, and New Jersey here on Night Moves. Let's see if you guys have a play here. The Gibson ratings 3-2 Predators. Cal Dog on the Predators. And Andre's on the Predators as well. And Jermaine going under with me here in this one. Next up, the Avalanche are on the road taking on the Canadiens here. Got Montreal coming in 29-17-7. They won last time out there with the victory over VGK the other night, 3-2. Meanwhile, for Colorado here, they've lost 3 of their last 4 games. Break them up. Probably the roughest stretch of the year here for Colorado right now. They're still 15-5 on the road here so far this season. So yeah, they're entitled to give up a couple of points here and there right now. They actually lost 5 of their last 7. They've won 7 of the last 10 meetings against the Montreal Canadiens. Overall, have the Colorado Avalanche. Montreal's won 7 of their last 9 overall, although they've dropped 4 of their last 5 at home to Colorado. These two teams did play their first meeting already this season. It was 7-2 Colorado at home back in November. 9 of the last 13 meetings between the two have gone under, although Colorado's gone over in 5 of their last 7, and Montreal's gone over in 4 of their last 6. Colorado does trend slightly under so far this season. Montreal is 20-9 to the over as an underdog. Let's see what you got here in this one with Colorado and Montreal. The action here for Thursday night. I think I know which direction I'm headed, but I want to hear from you in the chat, and I don't want to lose my pen here because I got to make sure I write down what the chat likes. Okay, here we go. See what you got here in this one. Montreal puck line for Jermaine. Greg says 4-3. Colorado bounces back there. And Jimmy Juice says, what the heck, Avalanche? What's going on? Why are you guys losing? Cal Dog's on Montreal. Mr. Weskers is on Montreal. Greg says Colorado did not look good yesterday in that game against Ottawa. Yeah, and we were on Ottawa, remember, here. Were we on Ottawa here on the show, or were we on the over? I know we won it, whatever. We were on the over yesterday here on the Night Move show. All right, and Wedgwood gets the win, says Timmy Two Shoes. Abs and Natchez for a goal in there. Andre says Abs lose again. Montreal, money line and puck line. Boy, the chat really likes Montreal, and you know what? I don't know if I disagree with them here in this one. Maybe I'll take the over. You guys are obviously liking Montreal, so why keep just piling on here? But I think I agree with the chat actually with that. But I'm going to take the over as my play here. I'll go over in this one. Okay, Sabalenka just won her match in straight sets there, and I got beat. All right, the Flyers are going to take on the Bruins here. NHL action for Thursday night at TD Garden with the Bruins favorite $1.50 here. Total 6. Oh, the total's higher than this. Well, I'll call it 6 over 20. It's not too much over here, but maybe it's up to $1.60. 6 over 20 right now with the Bruins at home here. There we go. Bruins have won 3 of their last 4. They come in here off of a win over Nashville, 3-2 last time out. Philly's lost 2 straight to the Islanders and to Columbus right now. They're also 13-22 as an underdog this season. Boston 20-8 at home, 11-6 as a favorite. One of the best, most profitable teams in the league, that's for sure. Here we're talking about the Boston Bruins and how they've been performing here this season. You got Swayman in there right now, but look, there's a big price actually for Boston. It feels like these two teams have not. Oh, yeah, they did meet once, I think, already this season there. But let's see what you guys have here in this one with the Flyers on the road here, taking on Boston tonight, and see what you think. $1.60 here. Boston's been pretty good, so let's just be clear. Boston's won 8 straight at home. They're 9-11 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. Boston 5-1 straight up in their last 6 at home against Philly. Philly's lost 9 of their last 11 to Boston. They've lost 9 of their last 11 overall, but I think I might want them here. Philly's gone over in 6 of their last 8, and they've gone over in 8 of their last 9 games on the road. Boston's gone over in 5 of 6 coming into this one. So I think it's going to be a lot of Boston in the chat here a little bit. Let's see what you got in the chat pros. Jermaine says Bruins in regulation. Flyers are 2-4-1 on the back-to-back. Cal Dogs on the Bruins here. Yeah, Flyers, they're off that loss yesterday at Columbus. Hey, we were on here on Night Moves. We were on the Columbus Blue Jackets there yesterday. Gibson ratings, 4-3 Bruins here. Andre says Bruins 8 straight wins at home. Flyers have been shaky lately. They have, but I want to take. Okay. Let's see. Urson and Swayman ain't ever going under. This says Timmy Two Shoes. All right, I'm going to go with an upset here, I think. Andre's got the over. I'm taking the Flyers. I'm going to take the Flyers here. I'm going strictly with the eye test. I don't think, not even the eye test. Let's see here. Good morning to Jimmy Lambo in there. Nice to see Jimmy. I'm going to take the Flyers. Yeah, Jimmy, I did. You know what? I just lost this, taking the underdog here with Spidolina. I'm taking the underdog again with Jesse Pagula in the next match, plus 3.5 games. She's covered 11 straight game spreads in Grand Slams, but I just took Spidolina against Sabalenka. So, all right, let's keep it moving here on the NHL tonight with the Islanders on the road here, taking on the Rangers. NHL action here for Thursday. Islanders, of course, got the win there last night over the Rangers, 5-2, and we had the winner here on Night Moves again in that one with the Islanders last night, but they turn around and play at Madison Square Garden here, where the Rangers are just 6-13 at home. Islanders 14-10 on the road coming into this one. See what you got with these two. It looks like Sorokin will be in there tonight. Rittich was in there yesterday. Got the job done, obviously, here. And now you've got Sorokin in here. Let's see here what you guys like in this one. Hey, if the Rangers are at home, you know where I'm probably headed with this one. But I want to hear from you in the chat. For the Rangers here, they've lost 9 of their last 11, lost 4 of their last 5 at home. They have beat the Islanders in 5 of their last 6 at home, but and also they beat them in 8 of the last 12 overall, but I'm not sure it's going to matter for me. I'm taking the Islanders here. If the Rangers are at home, I'm taking the road team. And not only that, I like Sorokin very much here right now, and give me the Islanders here in this one. Cal Dog's on him. Mr. Weskers is on him as well. Also, Keith Just Truth is in the chat. He's got the Islanders. Timmy Two Shoes is on the over. Jermaine might be on the over. Andrew's on the Islanders here. And Andre says the Rangers have struggled at home. Next up, the Capitals are on the road here, taking on the Red Wings in a good one tonight in Detroit. Got Detroit here about $1.15 up against Washington. Total here 6.5 in this one. 6.5 shaded to the under though. I think it's clear. 6 under 20 with the Red Wings as the slight favorite here. Yep, I think so. Washington definitely having some woes here right now. Lost 2 in a row and lost to Seattle and Edmonton last time out. They're just 5-12 as an underdog coming in. Are the Washington Capitals here? They've lost 6 of their last 7, lost 5 of their last 6 on the road. Detroit's won 8 of their last 11. They're 8-2 in their last 10 at home. Detroit's beaten Washington in 4 of the last 5 meetings, including a 3-2 win at home over Washington back in December. Washington also lost at home to Detroit 5-2. A day they played 2 and 2 nights on a home and home flip flop, and Detroit won them both actually. Detroit comes in here 18-9 at home, 14-10 as a favorite here. But let's see what you got here. I don't know if it's $1.15. Maybe it seems too obvious here. Is that possible? I think it's Thompson and Gibson here in the lineup today. See what you guys have here in this one. But all right, Caps game to go over, says Andre. I think I can get behind that, but right? We've been here so long, Timmy. We're going to start the next match. I think we're almost done, though. We're down to the final 5 games of this card. Oh, man. All right. Hey, I'm taking Detroit here in this one. Come on. They're looking much the best over Washington right now. Washington's struggling. Detroit has lost 2 of 3. I get that. Lost to the Kings last time out, but beat Winnipeg. Lost to Minnesota before that. I think they're going to score some goals here. Okay, yeah, we got to keep it moving, right? Panthers on the road taking on the Blues. Panthers coming in 28-21-3. The Blues are 19-25-9, and they are on a massive losing streak right now. Well, not massive, but bad enough. They've lost 5 in a row, despite the fact they've gone 4-2 in their last 6 at home. Florida's won 6 of their last 9 and 6 of their last 7 on the road right now. Florida's gone over in 6 of their last 8 games. Coming in, St. Louis has gone under in 5 of their last 7. St. Louis has gone just 3-6 in their last 9 games at home against Florida. Coming in, St. Louis a little bit of a tough string. They've been playing well. It's just that they lost to Dallas twice and the Kings. I thought they played well in all 3 of those games, but didn't quite work out for them. Bobrovsky going up against Hofer here in this one. See what you got here right now. But look, Florida, they're, what are they, $1.50? Oh, man. Kind of want to take them, but I don't know if I want to saddle $1.50 with you guys. Maybe I'll just look at the total here right now. Let's see what you've got. All right. Panthers here for Cal Dog. And Bennett for Timmy Two Shoes in here. All right. I'm going to take the under here in this one with Florida and St. Louis. Look, I like Florida. I don't know if I can get off them here, but $1.50. Let me go to the total here. At least give the stronger play here. The total is listed as 5.5 there. It is maybe shaded a little bit to the over here. Andre says Panthers and over. Okay. I'm on the under, though. Next up, the Flames are at the Wild here. Flames losers of 4 straight right now coming in. Losses here, too. New Jersey, Pittsburgh, Washington, and Anaheim all at home. And now at least they're hitting the road to get away from all that. Calgary, we talk about how good they are at home, and they lost all those home games, and now they got to go on the road where they're 8-16 right now, going up against this strong Minnesota team. Minnesota is 15-6 at home overall right now. They're 30, 14-10. They are $2 favorites, so um, you know, uh, still got to either cover a puck line or whatnot. So let's see what you have though in this one with Calgary and Minnesota here. These two teams are combined 61 and 45 to the over. Calgary's 15-11 to the over on the road. But Minnesota's 19 and 12 to the over as a favorite. Coming in here to this one for Minnesota right now, they uh, playing strong, no doubt about it, but they've won 4 of their last 6 coming in. Calgary just 1-4 in their last 5 straight up, but Calgary has won 5 of the last 4 meetings. 5 of the last 4 of the last. Let me get this straight. 5 of the last 6 meetings overall, Calgary has won. They did meet here back in December. Calgary won 4-1 at home. Minnesota did win in November 2-0 at home in this one. But let's see what you've got here. If anything in the chat, let's go with here. Hey, hello to Tim J in the chat. Cal Dog is on the Wild here. And Wild on the puck line for Andre and the over. And Cal Dog said the Flames did win that game 4-1 back in December. Give me the under in this one with the Flames and the Wild. Yeah, maybe the Wild or the puck line side here in this one. I don't know. Minnesota is just 9-22 as a puck line favorite, so that's not great. Calgary, though, 21-17 as a puck line dog. That's pretty good, but could be better, I guess. Wild on the puck line for Andre. I'll take the under, I guess. All right, we're down to the final 4 here on our long show. Sharks and Oilers here in this one. You got the Oilers $2 favorite here, total 6.5 at heavily juiced. I knew it. Heavily juiced here, not just 6.5 over 25 maybe. In fact, I'm showing actually here at One Square Book Offshore that their main line is 7 under 30 here. So remember the other day when we saw 7, the final score of that game was I think 5-3, right? Or no, maybe it was even higher scoring than that. Actually was anyway, let's cover it here with the Sharks. Come on, the Sharks have been just terrific here of late, all season long. They've been money coming in. They got Nedeljkovic though in the pipes going up here against Tristan Jarry. For San Jose here, they've won 10 of their last 14 overall. Edmonton's won 7 straight meetings against the Sharks at home and 6 straight meetings overall. San Jose's gone under in 5 of their last 6, including 4 of their last 5 games on the road. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Edmonton's gone over in 17 of their last 20 at home, but Sharks coming in here. Come on, they've been terrific. Puck line isn't pretty here, but I'm taking the Sharks all day long. Keep taking them here. Take them at plus 1.5 at minus $1.35 or so. But I got to keep taking these Sharks until further notice. We'll just take them on the puck line this time. And we've got maybe some chat pros here with Wild on the puck line for Andre. How about that? He's going on the Wild puck line. Timmy Chushu says Hartman and Point. Hartman for Point and the Wild on the money line. Mr. West was no fan of the Wild. Timmy Two Shoes likes the over for sure. This is going to be a circus, says Timmy. Andre says Sharks puck line and over. Sharks puck line for Cal Dog. And Timmy Choo Choo says McDavid here for 2 points And Andre says he sees that 7 as well. All right, give me the Sharks here. All right, we're moving a little bit quickly with this one. Want to watch at least one tennis match here tonight. So we'll get off the air here real quick and get this match started. All right, Maple Leafs and the Kraken here in this one Thursday night. You got the Leafs coming in 24-20-9. The Kraken are 24-19-9 coming in. Toronto struggling here once again, man. These losing streaks are just killing the Toronto Maple Leafs. Lost 5 straight here right now. They're 10-14 straight up as an underdog. Toronto 5-1 in their last 6 games overall. Seattle's gone under in 12 of their last 18 at home. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under, but Toronto's gone over in 7 of their last 9 and over in 5 of their last 6 games on the road here. So Toronto with Woll and, let's see here. It could be Woll and Grubauer, actually. I'm going to change. I'm not sure, actually. But I think Woll and Grubauer are more likely here than what I had there listed previously. So let me go with this one. I'm a little uncertain here right now. The goalie sites are all over the place with this matchup. So I think this seems more realistic here right now, and it's affecting my cap. So don't want to be totally wrong on this with these goalies. Let me look here real quick, see if we have any other information. No, it doesn't look like we do. I know a couple sites are showing Stolars and Decord in there, but let me just make my call here in this one with the Maple Leafs tonight on the road, taking on the Kraken here. And actually, I like the over in this one with Toronto and Seattle tonight. Give me the over here in this one. All right, we'll get the plays from you in the chat. And everybody's winding it down here already.
Final.
Timmy Chusha said, right? You got me, Timmy. You know why I'm on the over. I think it's going to be a crazy night in that one. Cal Dog's on the Kraken here. And Everly for a goal, says Timmy Two Shoes. All right, just 2 more games to go. We've had an incredible show here tonight. Stars on the road taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. Stars have won 2 in a row here. They're an underdog on the road. Wins over St. Louis on the 2 games. They played at home against St. Louis, won 3-2, and then at St. Louis 4 nights later and won 4-3. So they did play back-to-back, even though there were several days in between. Dallas is 14-9 coming in, 16-7 on the road, but Vegas is 12-7 at home. Vegas, they're not a money maker necessarily. When you're 22-23 against the spread, you're not going to be making much money as in hockey betting. It could be Casey DeSmith, though, here in this one, and not Ottinger. I'm not quite sure right now, but some of the sites are reporting this morning that maybe it will be Casey DeSmith here in this one. I know if you're Dallas, you want to have Ottinger in there, but I'm just not sure right now. Here it's a 220 here in Vegas right now, but we'll see who is in there. Aiden Hill more likely to be in there for Vegas here. So we'll see what you have here in this one, though, as we wind it down here on Night Moves tonight. For Vegas here coming into this one, they have won 4 of their last 5 at home, but dropped 4 of their last 5 overall. Dallas is 5-11, their last 16 coming in. But Dallas also 6-2 in the last 8 meetings against Vegas coming in. Dallas has gone under in 6 of their last 8 and 4 of their last 5 on the road. Vegas has been a big time over here at home, 16-9 to the over, including 5 of their last 7 overall to the over. 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone under. I'm taking my Vegas Golden Knights here in this one. Give me the Knights. Give me the Knights. Give me the Knights. Andre is on the over here. Timmy Two Shoes is on the over. Andre is also on the Knights, and Dallas is on. Cal Dog is on Dallas. All right, one more, and then we got to go so I can watch the tennis match here. Ducks, Canucks here, a tale of two teams. Man, the Ducks have been hot. They did lose last time out to Edmonton, 7-4. They got blasted. They kept coming back, kept staying within a goal. It was an incredible game, but in the end, the Oilers did crush them there a little bit. Vancouver here, meanwhile, loses a 3 straight to New Jersey, Pittsburgh, and San Jose. Man, Vancouver's been struggling. They've lost 14 of their last 15 and 11 of their last 12 overall. But like we said, when these two teams played the other night in that 5-4 win let's see here. Let me get this straight. These two teams met back in November. It was 5-4 Vancouver. That's what it was. But Vancouver's won 11 of the last 12 meetings between these two teams. It's just that they're struggling so bad right now. Vancouver's won 6 straight at home against Anaheim. Is this the spot for Vancouver to get one here just because they've at least had some success? No, it's not. Give me the Anaheim Ducks here to beat Vancouver. Handicap is over. Show is over. Anaheim's gone over in 14 of their last 20. Vancouver's gone over in 4 of their last 5. The Ducks have gone over in 13 of 15 games as a favorite this season. Oh, man, I can't wait to watch it. I hope I can stay awake for this match, actually. Here we go. Let's see. Ducks for Cal Dog. James Kelly, hello, good morning. Timmy Two Shoes says Rasmus Anders and to get a point. How about it? The newest night there in that other game. Just wanted to point that out there. I think Andre's on the Ducks here and Timmy Two Shoes. Let's see here. That might be it from the chat. Timmy Two Shoes has been trying to find a spot to take the Canucks, or maybe he's been on the Canucks. Oh no. And Andre says, Ducks and over. Ducks have been cashing here of late. Have they ever been cashing, man? Great job by the Ducks. And, you look at the standings right now. I mean, these Ducks are hot, no doubt about it. Right on the heels of these teams in the West. Tim Feeble says, who do you have winning the tennis match? I'm going to take Pegula plus the game spread here at 3.5. That's what I'm going to do. Pegula has covered the game spread in 11 straight Grand Slam matches. So let's try Pegula here plus 3.5 games against Rybakina in what should be a great match. I want to get off the air and watch it. AJ the Kid is in the chat. He said Flyers or Bruins. I took the Flyers, AJ. Nice to see you in the chat. All right, that's going to do it for Night Moves, man. Really great show here with you guys. Got me through that 15-game NHL card. Woo! All right, great job, everybody. Be back here tomorrow with Night Moves there. Hey, James, you can just scroll back a little bit. We went over every game, so I went with the over in that one, but you can hear some stuff on that one if you want to go back. Thank you. Cal Dog's ready for some tennis action here. So am I. All right. That's going to do it here for Night Moves on Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Join me tomorrow night. Go back to check it out. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com and get my premium picks here. Click on the All Cappers tab. Find the handicapper of your choice. Click on their handicapper profile page, and that's how you get signed up here on Tony'sPicks.com. And for Tony'sPicks.com and the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, the 50,000 subscriber juggernaut, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Night Moves. We'll see you back here tomorrow. So long.